Hello and welcome to Saving Dallas. Now, I used to watch Dallas as a young kid with my mum and dad and my brother, the original series, and I absolutely used to love it. It was a special show. Basically, the main thing was it was a family show, but it was the excitement, it was the sexiness of it. It was something that took you away from the real world. And when TNT and Cynthia Cedray brought back Dallas, from the first episode, I was in. I loved the new take. I loved it that it was continuing on from the classic series, and I was in. And actually, the past 3 years, New Dallas has become my favourite show. So totally shocked when I heard the news that TNT had cancelled it, because the ratings were robust. With the aggressive time that TNT had put it on, the ratings were robust. The 0.4 demo, you can blame for that scheduling. Those numbers were amazing, going up against football, going up against wrestling. So TNT haven't got much of a leg to stand on, really, when you think about it, by cancelling the show. There was no reason to do it. So what do we do now? How do we save Dallas? Well, there's two ways that are happening at the moment. One is we're all unliking the TNT Facebook page and the Twitter page. We're not going to be watching TNT anymore. Now, the second one is, of course, to try and garner as many fans, and this is what I'm doing, garner as many fans of other TV shows on our sides. And the way I'm billing it really is help us and we'll help you, because fans of other shows don't know when their shows will be treated unfairly like this. So, and I mean, I've been speaking with the Dallas family, as I call it. The Dallas family, what I call it, is other Dallas fans around the world. And I've spoken with so many, and there's millions around the world getting together with this front of trying to save Dallas. But what's been brilliant for me is to speak to fans of other shows that are telling me they think it's totally unfair what's going on with Dallas. They watched a few episodes and they thought it was a brilliant show, and they've looked at the numbers themselves and think nobody really understands how TNT could justify this cancellation. The show was very strong on social media. As I said, the ratings were amazing considering what it was up against. So really, this fight to save Dallas is building strength. Now, some smart ass on a blog was saying that this happens when all shows are cancelled and it will blow over. Let me tell him straight, this is not going to blow over. This is not fans of Mob City. This is Dallas fans. This is a show that's been around since 1978 in one form or another. We are not going anywhere. We love New Dallas and we want it back, and we're going to fight. Now, a pivotal thing that happened yesterday, about 8 PM, I think, UK time, was that we received a tweet from Patrick Duffy saying that he's not finished with playing Bobby Ewing, and he said, let's try and see if we can get another network, and finishing off by saying, I love you all. Patrick Duffy's been a hero of mine for many years, obviously. His portrayal of Bobby is nothing more than epic. I mean, brilliant. And in New Dallas, Bobby has become even more of a hero, not just to us classic fans, but all the younger viewers now are embracing Bobby. That's really one of the reasons Christopher was killed off, because Bobby was really doing everything that Christopher was created to do, fighting John Ross, being the hero of the Ewings. It's just a great all-round show. And this season, totally enjoyed the Ramos thing, the Mafia, the Mexican Mafia thing. I thought it was very exciting. I think all the stories, another brilliant season, and I think Cynthia Cedray's done an amazing job, as I keep on saying. So we all love Dallas. There was no need to get rid of it. I'm sure TNT can clarify for me and all the Dallas family and all the TV watching world and all the TV critics why they actually cancelled the show. I'm sure they'll talk about ratings. I'm sure they'll talk about adult demos. But really, it is a nothing. But as I go back to the vital tweet from Patrick Duffy, that was vital yesterday, because if Patrick had come out and said, listen, we're done, I can't be bothered with Dallas anymore. You need to let it go. That would have killed this fight, this campaign that's working on so many fronts to save Dallas. And it's working, people. People are signing the petition. People are going to other networks. People are emailing and calling TNT. The two fronts is really important because yesterday on my other video, I said that there's no chance that TNT will change their minds. But I think there is a slight door here where TNT could backtrack a little bit. If it kicks off badly for them and they do lose a lot of subscriptions and they do get a lot of unlikes and they do get a lot of bad press, then it's going to hurt them. They're only a little cable network. They can't sustain this kind of thing. So it's really important that we persuade other people who watch TNT to switch off. If we can do that, that's one front. But the most important front, of course, is to try and get Dallas on another network. Now, being around Twitter and calling a few people, the rumours, and these are just rumours, apparently there's 2 or 3 minor networks are interested in Dallas. I'm not surprised. Dallas is a well-known franchise. As I go back to Mob City wasn't a big franchise, but Dallas is so famous. Advertisers will jump on it. So any network would be stupid not to consider putting Dallas. As I say, social media buzz was massive, so that wasn't an issue. People were talking about it. People were excited by it. And, you know, TNT the problem with TNT was they wanted bigger blockbuster viewers for Dallas, which was never going to happen. Not on their network. You know, it's no good. It's no good. I mean, they did give it 3 seasons, as I've already said, which was brilliant. But you need more than that. You need a network to stick by you, and TNT really haven't done that. Really, it's really interesting for me what Cynthia Cedre was saying about her writing of season 4 and how TNT loved Dallas and all of that. I think Cynthia knew this cancellation was coming, and I think that's why she did the EW interview talking about writing season 4 already. She was trying to garner support from another network already, so the other networks know that she's ready to go. And I think this is why she's done it. And I think she's an extremely clever lady. And I totally trust Cynthia. I'm obviously extremely happy that Patrick is behind this movement. And let me be clear. This is not going anywhere. We cannot give up because it's happened before. Lesser shows, more rubbish shows have been saved before. But we're Dallas. We are Dallas and people know us. And we can do this. We really can. And I believe a decision is imminent. I think in the next 7 to 10, maybe 2 weeks, I think we will hear about Dallas being picked up by another network. Small chance of TNT changing their minds, very small chance. But the main thing really is getting picked up by another network. A network that believes in Cynthia Cedre and believes in the Dallas franchise. And I think there's a few networks out there. As I said yesterday, I think the CW is a good one. People have been talking about CBS, but that's not realistic. But one of the big networks that is realistic, that no one's mentioned, is NBC. NBC has started to have a little relationship with Warner Brothers, so that's kind of interesting to me. And it wouldn't surprise me if they saw this as kind of a backdoor show to, you know, to get some extra ratings. The CW will be brilliant because, as I said yesterday, there's not really much pressure on big ratings. The CW will accept a certain amount. And I believe Dallas can really prosper on the CW because if it's on a good night, a fair night for Dallas, this show could average from 2 to 3 million viewers an episode, which is really brilliant for a network like the CW. We don't know. So there's not really a situation where I'm thinking there's no chance of Dallas being picked up. I think the chance is massive. I think with Patrick Duffy getting on board as well, that says this is a serious thing. This is not a bunch of fans. Now, it's not about us being angry. It's not about us ringing up TNT and swearing and calling some poor receptionist names. That's not on. I don't agree with all that. Make polite phone calls, polite emails by all means. We have to be taken seriously as serious people, not idiots ranting and raving. Dallas is a viable show. It's a great show with a great iconic history. It should not have been cancelled, but we've got to do things properly and in a valid way. So I'm behind this. The people I'm talking to believe this is probably the most biggest fan movement to try and get a show put back on the air. So that's the great thing. And I know Dallas fans, I know we're not going to give up. I know we're going to keep on fighting. I do believe this is a short fight. I think already Warner Brothers have seen this as a viable show with a fan base that will not just sit down and let this show die. This is Dallas, for crying out loud. Dallas should go on forever. I mean, when it was originally cancelled, it was dying a slow, painful death because they never kind of rejuvenated the show, and I accepted that. But I can't accept this. After 3 years, getting rid of a show that should still be here. My name's Mick. We will talk again. See ya.